Okay, so in this video we're going to look at these iLoad seats. You can see this is just your standard iLoad here. These seats are extremely uncomfortable. They have the airbag in the seat here, so modifying these seats or installing new seats is just not possible. On these ones I've used seat covers. You can look at my other video on that one there. They turn out quite nice. So to install this armrest, we're going to take off the seat cover on this back section which we have. This is our armrest here. This one here, did a lot of research. This seems to be the most comfortable. Just squeeze it a bit there so you can see. So it seems to be, you know, quite comfortable for what it is. It matches the colour reasonably well. You can see there, that's a good match. Comes with your mounting. Now they sent me, I asked for driver's side, of course they sent me the wrong one, but this is removable. So simply you remove these 4 screws here and put this in a vise. There's a pin in there which you can't see, but you can actually roll pin. You can knock that out and reverse it around the other way. This is your adjustment here, so you roll this up and down. That will basically allow it to be here, here, or where you want it, and then you can flick it all the way up as well, so it's out of the way. And we're going to install this. To install it, we've got to remove this plastic part here. Now, as you can see on the back here, it's got these 1, 2, 3 and 4, and two little like clips in here. So to start off removing this, you've got to remove your seat cover, which is fine. Then you remove these bottom tabs. You just give them a pull. They're just stretchy there, and then you slowly lift it from the bottom, prise it, and pull it down like that. So you lift and then pull it out like that. Once you've got that out, then we move on to the next bit here, which I can show you. So what we need to do is get to this section here. Now this is the original hole right here, if you can see that. That's where the iMaxes would have their armrest fitted there. We have a slightly different armrest which has a 2-part, a 2-hole. So that one there. Now I'm 6 foot, so I've done a few measurements and I'm quite happy for it to be a little bit higher. So I'm going to try and use 2 positions here and here, and hopefully you can see where this is here. Hopefully this plastic should be able to just go over the top of it, so hopefully it'll be able to just tuck underneath there and go in there quite nicely. Now this hole right here, I found we're going to be using inserts, nutserts, and I found that this M8 nutsert or nut rivet is going to be perfect for the job. That just goes in there in that hole. We'll have to create a new hole. You can see that goes in there exactly nicely. Now the benefit of these is that when you're screwing from this direction, you don't need to hold the nut on the back. So we'll just expand the nut, and then we can screw in from this direction. If we ever want to remove it, we can just undo it there, and these nuts can just stay in the seat. As you can see, they're not exactly going to be in the way. They will squash right down as well. So first things first, we need to pull back this skin. So this right here is, you just pull them out, then you get to the foam, and then you can actually get to where you need to be. From here we're going to drill one more hole, and then we're going, once we install these 2 nuts, then we're going to we might even need to put a washer there to bring them up to level. Then we'll come through the foam, so we'll mark it, we'll come straight through the foam through here, and then put it there, and then put it all back again. Okay, so what I've done now is I've used just a pinch bar here just to pull the foam out of the way so I can drill my holes. I've got my armrest, and I've wound it all the way down, which means that this was here. I want it all the way down as far as possible, so it means when I mount it, then I've got the adjustment to actually go up. Now the seat is not vertical, like it's on an angle, so where we're going to be mounting this is right here, if you can see that there, right there. So as we can see, we're going to be in trouble on one of the nuts, so we could actually have to mount it on a slight angle there, if you can see that there, so that we can utilize this metal here. which is not going to be a problem because you can wind it and bring it back up. So either that, or we go on a backwards angle here, which will then be in the way of the plastic. So I think what we'll do is we'll try and go as close to center as possible and putting it on a slight angle there. So our hole should be approximately about here. So we're going to mark that. I'm going to put a nut into this one so it holds it. Then I'm going to mark it here and drill a hole so then we can get onto the two inserts. Okay, so this is what I'm using. I'm using the M8 35mm, because we know the nuts we're using here are M8 thread and M8 here as well, and that's the one that fits in there perfectly. So we're going to drill another hole now. So let's go for marking it out. If I can put this here, put that just there. So I'm going to put one bolt in. Get the bolt out of the pack. So we have not expanded this at the moment. Okay, so that's probably about where I'd like it, but I can see that it's not going to make it here, so I'm going to have to make it about there so I can use the metal. Okay, so there's our hole right there. Let's drill it. Push that out of the way. Let's push all this little material out of the way. Lift it up. There we go. Got some safety goggles, which is good. Use a small pilot drill to start off with. One hole. Now we've got to go up in size, so let's just find out what size this hole really is. Oh, I think that fell out. It's bigger. So this is a 10mm, bigger than a 10mm. Okay, what I might do is I might just drill a 10 for now. Then I'll get myself a bigger drill bit. Okay, that's a 10. Let's check that. Nope, needs to be bigger. Okay, I'll just grab a tool to make it bigger. Okay, so I found my little Christmas tree or stepper drill. It's an 11mm, but because they expand we'll get away with it. So we're going to increase that to 11mm. And I'll just move that out of the way. That's just holding the foam down. Make sure nothing gets caught. So we're going to increase that to 11mm and also direction it over a little bit as well. Making sure nothing's behind it. Let's pull that out of the way. Okay, now that is a 12mm, but it will be okay to expand. Now we get our inserts, which is this one here, and I get one out of the bag. Oops. As you see, it is a bit close to the metal, but that will be okay. Put that in there. Changing our tool here. That one worked, so it's actually expanded behind the seat. Show you that. If you can see there, it's actually panned out behind the seat. So we'll do the same for the next one. Take it off. And that one's definitely expanded behind the seat as well. Okay, so there are our mounts. Our armrest can go there. Let's just check if we've got them lined up right. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the material. I'm going to get a spike and I'm going to come through and find the center and then make them larger so that these can fit into there. I might even introduce some washers here to pack it out as well, just depending on what type of angle it sits, because this one here I can feel is probably 5-6 mil higher, so I might need to put some washers under there, bring these two to a level surface. But let's just cut the material first. Push all this back. This goes around like that. Comes around, so I'll put it back so it actually sits where it wants to sit. So we want a nice neat job on it. I can use this here. Push the seat forward and find my centre. There's one centre. Push that forward to make sure I go in there straight. I'm going through the foam and all the rest. There's my second centre. Now I do have this drill bit on here which will probably work. Drill straight through that foam and into there. Oop. So I'm actually drilling in reverse. That was in reverse. I want it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have our point. That can be bolted up just like that. I'm going to get some washers now to lift it. Go back to the step here. Put it around there. Okay, so let's see how many we need. I have two here. Definitely need 3. I'm going to go for 3 washers. See how that looks. That looks like the same height. So what I'm going to do now is just bolt it through. That into the same position. I'm actually going to put my washers through there. And I actually haven't even cut the foam, so I'm going to use this big one. I've done the top bit, not the foam. There's the foam there. Most likely I have to do it in reverse. The bolts to go through. Move that away. Go forward. Yep, so we want to be in reverse. Okay, that's cut enough. 3 washers. Put them underneath there. That foam is still not been cut. I'm going to go straight through here. I feel that straight on the nut. That's being in reverse, so it's not doing any damage. Okay, so the bolts I'm using 25 or this longer one, which is 35, and that looks like it'll be only just long enough. I probably should have got 40s. Start off with these. Through. Just trying to pick up that first hole. Because of the foam, it's not wanting to go through very much. We really need these to go into the foam, so we're going to have to cut these bigger. So we'll go back to the Christmas tree. Put it in reverse. Lift it away. So, much better. Push it down. Okay, let's put that one again. Okay, that's in. 2 washers under there. Good. Okay. There we have it. It's out of the way. It's down. I'll turn this, it gets higher. That's lower. Turn it the other way. About normal. It's about normal, but I can go a lot higher. Lift it up, down, it's even higher. So you see the other side door there, you can see it's actually up higher. Lift it up, or down. Now it's about level. Yeah. How comfortable is that? There. Okay, so I've been for a drive for an hour or two and I've tested out my armrest. Okay, now I did notice that when I had it in, because the lower point was out further and the top point was out inner, it has gone on a bit of an angle, but I didn't feel any difference there. I did use those two washers to pack it out. I did put the seat cover over the top, so when you look at it, it's perfectly done. That works really well. I did notice too, you can also just flick it out of the way if it's in the way. The adjustment was very good. I did find this padding a little bit hard here. It's perfect in most circumstances. I might even re-pad it in black, and it can be done. These 4 screws here, you just take off these 4 screws and then this will just come off, and you can reupholster it if you want. I'll probably do that, make it black and put a little bit more foam in. But all in all, I think it was successful.